boat journey nearly over, we were just on our way into Cherbourge after the 24-hour crossing. Good night's sleep, good breakfast. We were ready to hit the road. So the plan after leaving Cherbourge was to head for the coast, head down along the coast as far as Omaha Beach. From Omaha Beach, take in a couple of the Easy Company memorials along the way, and eventually end up in the town of Carentan. So that was the plan for the first day.
I can't get mine to come up.
After a few teething problems with the sat-nav, we eventually got on the right road. We were actually heading to Utah Beach. On the day I kept calling it Omaha Beach for some reason. I just kind of had it stuck in my head, but anyway, we were on the right road. This was the first village we came into, kind of unexpected surprise. It brought us around back roads. Yeah, watch out when you plot something on the sat-nav, it'll bring you down little roads like this that you don't even think are roads. But anyway, we pulled up in the village for about a half an hour, 40 minutes. There was a guy selling hot dogs on the side of the road, barbecuing them there himself. So we stopped and had a look around there. There was a festival going on. There was even a band playing there outside the church. After we left the village, we made our way to Utah Beach, which was only a little bit down the road. Utah Beach was the most westerly landing point of all the Allied forces. The American 4th Infantry Division, 21,000 men, and the 70th Tank Battalion landed on Utah Beach. They were supported by the 82nd and 101st Airborne Division. A total of about 14,000 men landed around 1 o'clock or 1:30 in the morning around the village of Samarigals. So this was our first stop. So it was nice to get there eventually and see all the memorials and see the beach itself. The plaque on the memorial reads, "To the officers and sailors of the United States Navy, whose competence, courage and sacrifice enabled Operation Overlord, the greatest amphibious invasion in history. Their selfless cause was to destroy tyranny and restore freedom and self-determination. The fallen will never be forgotten. The veteran will ever be honoured. In grateful appreciation, the Navy Order of the United States." Then it was time to leave Utah Beach. We were moving on down the road to find the memorials to Easy Company. So a couple of miles down the road from Utah Beach, we came to the memorial for Major Dick Winters. This was erected after his death in 2011. He became the leader of Easy Company on D-Day or shortly afterwards. His commanding officer, Thomas Meehan, was killed when the plane he was in crashed on D-Day, making Winters the leader of Easy Company by default. Now the plaque reads, "Wars do not make men great, but they do bring out the greatness in good men." Richard D. Winters, Easy Company, 506 Parachute Infantry Regiment, 101st Airborne Division, dedicated to all those who led the way on D-Day. After leaving the Winters statue, we moved on down the road where the memorial for Easy Company is. You'll find Thomas Meehan's name on that plaque there that I was just speaking about. Behind that memorial is Breakheart Manor, where Winters and some of his men took out German artillery positions that were pounding down on Utah Beach. From there we moved on to Samarie, which would have been the first village liberated in Europe as far as I know. You can see there where one of the paratroopers, John Steele, on the night of D-Day, or the early morning of D-Day, his parachute became entangled in the steeple of the church, and he was stuck there for 2 or 3 hours while the fighting was going on down below him. He was eventually taken prisoner by the Germans, but later he escaped and rejoined his unit. From there we went back to our accommodation where we were staying for the night. We got these couple of photos taken in the Willys Jeep, and from there we went on to Dead Man's Corner. There's a museum there at Dead Man's Corner, but unfortunately it wasn't open on the Sunday. So from there then we went on down into Carentan itself, and anyone that has watched the Band of Brothers series will probably recognise some of the places in the photo there, the arches and other places around the town. You can also see in the photos here, this is where the aid station was set up in Carentan, where Winters received treatment after a ricochet bullet caught him in the foot. And it's also where Albert Blythe would have thought he was going blind, but later recovered after talking to Winters. And then this is the road that Easy Company would have came down on their way into Carentan. If you remember from Band of Brothers, it was where Winters was stood in the middle of the road screaming at them to get out of the trench to move into the town. This picture here shows what was the Café de Normandy in Band of Brothers, where there was a machine gunner in the window shooting at them as they were coming down the road. So that nearly wraps it up for the first day. We just had a coffee in beside the railway station in Carentan and headed back to our accommodation for the night.